Ahum, everybody, and thank you for joining me today. Today we are going to embark on this beautiful, very old and ancient divination system. It is Cowrie shells. It goes way back, way back. Um, Cowrie shells used to be a form of currency at some point. And they became very, I'll show you the main ones. The ones that I use mainly, I'm going to use bigger ones to teach you. You can certainly use the bigger ones. You can use the smaller ones while people are coming in. You have the basic size, right? This is the hump. This is the top. This is the back. The teeth, this is the top. This is going up, this is going down. So if you throw these and they come up, those are the teeth. This is the hump. Okay? So just so you know, I'm going to move this low. And there are a few basic rules. I do use as white everything as I can when I use these guys. Hi, Kate. Hi, Cindy. I always like to use white on when I use my cowrie shells or other divinations. Just like the cowrie shells, you can use leaves, dry leaves, front and back, and you can also use coconut pieces. You get a little hairy coconut, and you take the water out, take the meat out, which is absolutely incredibly delicious and good for you. But then you wash them out and dry them out in the sun for a whole bunch of days. And you have the top, the little round side, and then you have the bottom. So you can use that as well. They're big, but you can use the round shape of the coconut is equivalent to the round shape of your cowrie shell, and then this part of the coconut that's concave would be the little mouth and teeth. Okay. All right. So while more people come in, hi Kate. While more people come in, now again, you can use these. I don't know if tell me they come in different shapes and sizes. Okay, so you're going to see them in different sizes. It doesn't really matter what size they are. Now, if you guys want, I can use these instead. You tell me which ones look better. Which ones are easier for you to see. I think we can use smaller ones. Those big ass ones, that's just, I can't hold all of those in my hand. So let me see how small I can get these. I got 2, 3, and the rest are just much bigger. I don't know if I can hold these in my hand. Oh, yes, I can. All right, let me see of these, which one is the small? Yeah, that is the smallest one. All right, so you tell me, does this look like you'd be able to read it better or see it better in the demonstration? Or would this look to you like it's something that you can see better? You tell me, guys. Melody, how are you? Welcome. So you let me know which one looks better for me to teach you with. Now, again, we're not doing a divination here, but it's really basically for teaching. Now, these, when you want to use these big ones, what I usually do is I put them in a sack, in one of those pretty sacks that you get stuff in, and then I shake the sack and throw it in there, and then I get my divination going. But if you guys can take a look and let me know what size is better for you guys for me to teach you today. Let me see if those white ones I can get really big ones, and I think I can. Like I got this one, I'll trade in for this tiny baby one. Oh, it's so cute. And I'll trade that one. Let's see if I can get a really big one instead of that one. Let's see. That one's really small. So you guys let me know. Hey Gina, thank you for joining. Which ones do you rather me try and teach you with? The small whites or these big brown ones? You tell me while I go get my stack so I can show you guys how it is that I use the big ones. Now, of course, we're going to start with our spritz, and we're going to put it all over. You must have a sacred space, okay? I don't want to hear it. You must have a sacred space. These are what they call lesser divination systems. So your sacred space must be very, very strong. Always use a white cloth of some kind. I like to put these on a white stand of some kind because I want to be able to move them around because, and I'll show you why. Let's say that these two come out this way. They're sideways, right? Well, if I move this way, well, this is really looking up. This is up, okay? Because this is up. And if you look at the other end, that is up. So these are two up and these are two down, okay? Because they're like this. This is not if or maybe. No, this is up. Remember, these are humpy. So since they're humpy, they're very unlikely that they're going to hit like that all the time when you hit it. It would be nice, but you see with the big ones, you have to like position it in a way, and they're never always going to stay. So you want something that you can turn around and you can examine what just happened in, hi Bernie, probably the black ones, Kate. You can see these better. Everybody says yes to the big black ones. Well, let's show you with both. Let's show you with both because these look pretty good, right? I can see these. Okay, so one of the first rules, you get your cleansing water. Hey, Jay. Hey, Adam. You get your cleansing waters, all right? These are shells. One of the basic things, go ahead. Give them a spritz. Cleanse them. If you're a Reiki therapist, give it Reiki. They all fit in your hands, okay? They will all fit in your hands. Unless you're talking about these elephant ones. I'm not even going to go there. But these guys, you can shape very well. But one of the biggest things is spritz them with your stuff, your blend. That needs to happen, guys. Okay? And then shake them. If they're too big, it's okay. Put them in a sack. Shake them. Shake them really good. Pour them in. Now watch. Now remember, we're looking at this. I'm looking at it from here. So to me, this is, I already know. I don't have to do this to see. And you want to be careful. So this is why I put it on a cake stand, because I get it from the bottom and that's how I move it. I can see these are up. These are up. So all four little teeth are up. I'm saying these four little teeth are up. Now this is these are the smaller ones. Cleanse them. Do my chant. What happens? Well, obviously there's 3 humps and 1 tooth is up, because if I were to turn this my way, oh yeah, that is up. See how it's up? It's not like this, guys. It's like this. And it's very hard for them to stay at a perfect angle facing up. So wherever you see it, turn it around. Investigate. Look at your spread, what you got. Okay, anybody have any questions about that before I continue? You like the white little ones? I'm putting them both. I'm putting them both so you can see what they look like. Okay, so we created our sacred space around us, okay? We have our soft music, whether it's drums, whether it's, in my opinion, I like to listen to drums or Orisha music or whatever. If I'm feeling that day in particular, I am so connected to spirit that I need some soft music to help me in this divination. Then I will play soft, soothing music. If I want to hear birds or chimes, then I that's what I will play when I'm going through my divination. All right. So again, anybody? I like the white ones too, right? Aren't they pretty? So you can get a little bag for the bigger ones. Always be ready with your little Target spritzer, and you put in your stuff in there. Okay, you have your open candle, which brings light into what it is that you're doing. Okay, and now we're going to learn. Hi, Irene. How are you, Irene? So basically, to begin with, these are the things that you really need. I get one of these cake stands because it's easy for me to put my hand on underneath and move it so I can see what angles I'm looking at. And this is going to be specifically good for you guys just learning that this is all down, but no matter how you look at it, you see teeth, that's up. Okay? All right. And then this is for the bigger shells, your little bag. And I happen to like, I don't know, I forget the name of this, is like potato sack, whatever. But I really like that because it reminds me of how old and how ancient this is. Now, you can use shells, you can use coconut pieces, make sure that they are somewhat concave to represent the teeth, or they have that little round part that's like a little dome to represent this part of the shell. You can do the same thing with leaves, big leaves. I could get my mango leaves, and the top is the one that goes like that, and then the bottom is the one that goes like that. You can use that. You can use anything. Okay, it just so happens that I am teaching you this old Orisha style of divination. Now, with this type of divination, we only use 4. We're using 4. Why do we use 4? Because this is how it is. What's in the spray bottle? Great question. This is Florida water, holy water, rose water, and a little bit of cologne 1500. The 1500 cologne, I'll show you what it looks like. It is a wonderful cologne that we use for cleansings. There's my, you can see, that's my bag. That's the one I go all over the place with all my tools. I forgot to put it away. This is, it was 1800, Colonia, okay? And it's wonderful. It's bottled here in Miami. And when you smell it, it's, oh my God, it just smells incredible. And you just put a little bit, guys. Mostly what's in here is mostly water because I use it for everything. All right. And when you put it together, you shake it really good. It will settle sometimes, but if you keep using it, you're good. Now, This little bottle I got from Target. This was full in the fall. And based on the Reiki that I gave it and all the angelic healing that I added to this water and all the beautiful little rituals that it has been with me, I still have this much left. And if you notice, when I got my shells, that is all you need. I'm not kidding, because right now it's in your hand and you cleanse it. Okay? And there you have it. So that is basically how you throw these. And now they're cleansed. And yeah, you can smell them. Oh my God, it smells so good. Oh my God. Okay. Oh my God, Lizzie, you're here. So we use 4. Okay. And there are, for other practices, you can use more. There's the Baccarat, which is a different one that uses 6. But today we're just going to learn the one that was shown to me in meditation by one of my guides. And they were very, very serious in the way that they were showing me how they were using it. And then they gave me the names. I was very skeptical. And I started Googling what these words were. Of course, the way that I wrote them down didn't make sense when I was looking in Google, but then I started doing more research, which is what you all need to be doing in this group in order to find out if what your guides are telling you is in fact what is, right? So I made myself little index cards, and J. Cole is going to love these because there are basic rules and samples. This here, this type of divination can either speak to your ancestors, depending on how it comes out. It can speak to your guides. It can speak to the Orisha deities or any deity that you have come to be born under. But this type of divination, being one of the oldest, is actually, well, some people will scoff at, oh, that's a lesser type of reading. What they don't understand, that it is the one closest to spirit, because it is so old that it is still understood by spirit and by deities. So this is something that you want not to take very lightly. He's Hessian bags. Thank you, Kate. That's right, Cindy. Come on, Jay, get your index on. I love it. So there are a couple of rules. Let's first understand what we're talking about as far as preparation is concerned. You got to cleanse your space, you and the shells, just like I showed you. I need you to meditate and I need you to connect. Oh my God, where are you going to connect? You're going to connect to the universal source. That is who you're going to connect, because through there is where your ancestors, where your spirit guides, and where spirit is going to be. Okay? Now, you need to be at peace while you do this. It cannot be a morning where you have had hell to go through, where you have kids that are screaming, where you are just not at a point that you can do this in a good light. You need to be at peace. That means meditation, do the fabulous 5s, whatever it is that you need to do, you need to do it. Okay, you need to get there, because this is the type of energy that you're going to conjure in order to give you the information that you are looking for, whether it's for you or if it's family or for a client. All right, so you need to be at peace at all times. You need to make sure that these guys get shaken well. And a white mat is preferred. Okay, a white mat is preferred. And again, I use a cake holder, a white cake holder. Everything that I do, especially when I use these ancient types of divination tools, I give it reverence. I let it know that we are very grateful and we are very thankful that our ancestors will be using, and deities will be using, this form of divination to help us and guide us. Now, this is a yes, no, a maybe, which reminds you of what? Of pendulum. Okay? Now, you can use this with pendulum. You can have your pendulum on the side, or you can actually use these to get a definitive answer mixed in with your cards, with your tarots. If there is a question, sometimes we get a situation where we need clarity. Well, what better clarity are you going to get than your ancestor, spirit guides, and spirit himself? So I love to put these together as much as I can with any other divination system that I use. Now, I made these beautiful little cards, okay? And these cards all have information in it. But right now, you can either get cards or you can listen to this back and get your notes. We're going to learn about Alafia. Alafia, hold on, let me put this right. And Alafia is the one that I have four index cards too, because it brings in a lot of information. All right. Alafia, it's Alafia. Hi, Rena. Alafia means peace, to be at peace. So when you get Alafia, which means you get 4 cowrie shells facing up. Remember, guys, they will face up. They will face up sideways like this. All right, see how it looks up to you? To me, if I'm looking from this end, I'm going to go, oh, where am I going? What is this? Oh, they look down to me. They look like they're down. No, they're not, idiot. They're up, because if you turn it, just turn it. Oh, there you go. Then you see that they are up. Okay? So, Alafia is the throw when this comes out. This is called Alafia. Alafia, which means it's open, it's peace. They're saying your ancestors are showing you peace. It's like peace be with you. Get the chills yet? Because I know I got them. And I'm teaching, I'm not even reading. Okay? The Alafia is 4 shells up. It is already telling you we are at peace. You are at peace. Be at peace. This is peace. Okay? It means peace be with you. But ask again. So I feel and I felt when I was getting taught by that in that dream, that I was given a salutation of some kind. That's how I felt in the dream. And I remember that I kind of bowed, understanding that that meant peace. But that was not the end of it. Okay, so this here can happen or it cannot happen. It doesn't mean that it's going to happen in the first throw. But if it did, oh wow, that's great. But if it didn't, then you got to read which one it is. You count the shells, how many are up and how many are down. Okay, so this is a salutation of some kind. I don't know if you can read that. This is a very old system, and what you ask is what you're going to get an answer to. Okay, you're communicating directly with your ancestors or with your Orisha deities and spirit guides. Alafia is a very open energy. So when you get Alafia, whether it's for you or for someone else, you tell the client to be wary of them being overextended in their use of their energies. They're wasting too much in the excess. going overboard with something. And it usually has to do with the question. But this is like a little warning, letting your client or you know, hey, listen, you know, I want you to be at peace. We all want you to be at peace, but you're very open right now. You need to gather everything and close your circuit and start thinking of a different way of moving forward. Okay? So when you get alafia on the first try or whenever you get alafia, that means that you keep throwing it until you get another message. And here we are. Again, this is not a reading, but isn't this a perfect? You can see that there are 2 up and 2 down, right? So you got alafia in the beginning, and now all of a sudden you get a different spread. Okay, let's keep talking about alafia, because there's a lot more that has to do with alafia. And it's so much that I had to actually put it in here when I started doing my research. Alafia tells you to be alert and wise with people around you. So if you ended up with alafia at any point, it is saying, oh, peace be with you. Don't overextend yourself. I hear what you're saying, but I need you to throw again so I can answer your question, but you're overextending yourself. And you need to be alert and wise with the people around you, because something's going on, or you wouldn't be here asking questions, would you? Okay. Alafia also reminds us that our hands can be a powerful weapon. And our hands, being a tool of healing, can also physically harm and hurt someone. So if you get a young man or a young woman that you know that they're horsing around, and you know that, you know, maybe something's going on, let them know, hey, listen, be gentle with the people around you for the next couple of months. Yeah, your hands could be a little heavy sometimes. Alafia tells us about that as well. Alafia also comes out, and this is the negative, or not the negative, the dark part of Alafia. Remember, everything that is light also has dark. Alafia also reminds us, depending on the client that comes to you, whether, and of course this is a question you can ask the shells, and if you get alafia, you're going to say, maybe it is true. When you feel as someone is sending you a little woo-woo, you get alafia for that question, and it says, hey, listen, that might be a thing. That might be a thing, okay? Because alafia is an open-ended spread. It's not telling you yes or no, but it's telling you, if you think that there is, then maybe you need to continue with the spread, more spreads, so that you can get to the answer from deities or from your spirit guides or ancestors, or even spirit himself. Okay? Alafia also tells you, listen, I think it's time that you understand that all of the light that is available in the universe is there to help you. You see how there's a positive and a not so positive, and there's like, this could be, that could be, this could be, that could be. This is no or yes, and it's not a no. This is information. All this information you're getting from an alafia throw. Okay? And it's also telling you that your spirit guides are giving you blessings, or they're sending you blessings with an alafia. Okay? Now, there's a lot of different interpretations depending on where you come from, how you use alafia, how you use this type of divination. And it depends on the question that you're asking or your client is asking. This, again, Alafia is very open-ended. So it can go any way depending on the question that you're getting. So there's nothing right or wrong about it. It is just what it is, depending on the question. All right? Now, depending on the situation, this could be a yes. This could be a yes to whatever you asked about, and then you'll need to put in a little more in it, because you might get more than what you asked. As far as, depending on the question that you asked, you may get more than you bargained for on this open-ended spread. This is why I'm taking so long with Alafia, because it is such an open-ended spread that you're like, oh my God, you know, it depends on the question. And it is totally dependent on the question, because this type of divination depends on the question that you're asking. You're getting a definite answer with this type of divination, okay? Another thing that you can, depending on the question, if a person is asking, am I going to get another job? If you get an Alafia, depending on the question, you're going to say, well, it might come to you sooner than you think, because Alafia is saying, as an open-ended, you know what? It could come to you sooner than you're thinking, because all these are interpretations that are possible with Alafia. And it doesn't matter what question it is, as long as you're using this correctly, you're going to get the answer. All right? That is, as far as Alafia is concerned, all that and more. I just want to keep it as simple as possible for this first time. All that has to do with Alafia. And again, you can do this with shells or leaves or coconuts, anything that's concave, and it's got a little bit of an indentation you can use. Let's talk about Iyife or Ejife. This is another one. I'm writing it two ways because I actually was looking for it this way. This is the way that I was presented. Iyife was how I was presented this next throw. I woke up so tired after that dream that I was like, you know what? I don't know what I'm going to do. When you get an Iyife, that means that you have 2 shells up and 2 shells down. Okay? Again, depending on where you're looking, and that's why I like, maybe you can get a lazy Susie that doesn't move too much, or else, see how these guys will wiggle? They'll lose it. You see, it looks like these are the humpy parts. Okay? But when you turn it for you to see, which I'm going to do it now, these are really 2 up and 2 down. That is called Iyife or Ejife. Okay? It's Iyife, which is how I was looking for it, but then I found it under Ejife. This is a very balanced yes. It is 2 shells up and 2 shells down. Okay? Now, with this, you're going to know that this is a very encouraging yes. It's also used for confirmation. So if I have a pendulum, and the pendulum is saying one thing, and then I come over here and I say, okay, well, I want to hear it from somebody else. I'm going to consult my cowrie shells and my deities and my spirit guides. And I'm going to say, dude, am I really looking at this the way it is? If I get this, it's saying, yeah, dude, you are. But, and there is the caveat of Iyife. There is a caveat in Iyife. You are being cautioned to drop the subject. So if you get an Iyife, you get a person that says, is my husband going, is my twin flame coming back to me? It's saying yes, but drop it, sister, because we're not going to answer anymore. Okay? Now, Iyife is a very perfectly balanced answer. That should be enough. That's it. You drop the subject. Do not continue. Because what you don't want is for these guys to stop working for you or your client. And you need to tell your client or yourself, okay, I got an iyife with this answer. It says yes. I'm going to the next question. And it's not going to be anywhere near that question that I was at. Because this iyife means that the answer is perfectly balanced. It is an absolute yes. And you can use this to confirm with anything else. So far, am I going too fast for you guys? Okay. This iyife throw indicates blessings of knowledge with experience, whether it's the person that's throwing it or the deity or the either the deity or the, okay, great. Thank you, Cindy. Or either the deity or the spirit guide or the ancestor that came across to give you the answer. All right? So it's telling you this means perfect balance in the answer that they're giving you. And it indicates a blessing of knowledge with experience. So you're getting, this needs to be enough. If it's not, go somewhere else. But don't ask the same question again. Okay. So that is iyife. Oh, I put it on wrong. Here. Iyife. All right? 2 up, 2 down. Perfect balance. Balance. There's a balance. Like the other was alafia. This is iyife, which is 2 up, 2 down. Okay. The next one, I want to show you itawa before I show you okaran and oyekun. I want to teach you itawa. Etawa, E-T-A-W-A. Okay, the answer is maybe. It is when you have 3 shells up and 1 down. Okay, etawa, etawa. No, wait, etawa, not. Okay, etawa is up, not is the next one. Okay, so 1 shell is down and 3 shells are up. Etawa. With the itawa, it gives you an unstable response. When you get a tawa, you need to throw again. When you get a tawa, it says, you know what? Ask the question again because somebody else is going to answer. Get the goosies yet? So here we go. If on the first throw you get an itawa, that means grab. Remember, we got an itawa, which means that it's an unstable response. You're not getting a response that is. Okay? So something else is going to come in and is going to give you an answer with the second throw of itawa. Okay? So the first answer is, coño, I got an itawa. Let's do it again. And here we go. I'm going to turn this so you can see. You got 3 humps down, 1 tooth up. This is what is going to happen. You're going to get a different throw all the time. When you've got 3 shells down and 1 up, that is called okana or okanra. Okanra. Okay? And we'll teach you about okana in the next group. Let's first understand that with itawa, you get to throw again. Because the first question is, I'm not going to answer that. We need somebody else to answer that, whether it's an ancestor or whether it's a deity or whether it's spirit itself. You don't want, there's no answer in Itawa. So you have to throw it again. Okay? Now, if the second toss is either Elafia or Itawa or Iyife, that means that the answer is yes. So if you have, let's say that the first was Itawa, now the second one is Alafia, that's a yes. If it is another Itawa, if it's another Itawa, that means yes. But this is coming from a higher source. This is not coming from the first one that was answering. Hi, Miss Thea. Okay? And if the second toss after the first Tawa is an Iyife, which everybody remembers what Iyife was? Iyife was 2 shells up and 2 shells down. That means yes. So I want you to go back when the video is finished, because all those on the second throw means yes. So we got the Itawa on the first throw. It means throw again, buddy, because we're not going to answer. Somebody else is stepping in. What do we got? There we go again. We have it. We have an Iyife. What could that possibly be on the second turn? It is a yes. So it'll be a yes with Alafia, yes with Itawa, a second Itawa, or Iyife. The answer is yes. But if the second toss is none of those, but it's an Oyakun or an Okaran, then the answer is no. How do you know? Well, we're going to go into the Okana. I'm going to show you what Okana is, and then I want you to see what Okana is. 3 shells down, 1 shell up. That means no. And you tell your client, don't ask again. And it's telling you it's a no, dude. Okay? Go to the next question. If it's telling you that it's an Oyakun, which is all of them going down like this, it says no. Ask something else. All right? That is a no. Absolute no. All right. So we're going to continue. Itawa is also, when you throw an Itawa, you have an Itawa, 1 shell down and 3 shells up. Let me move it to your side here. When you have an Itawa, all right, your first throw, these are samples. You have an Itawa, and your second throw is an Iyife, which is 2 up and 2 down. Okay? This shows you will find yourself with stumbles along the way. Even though it says it is a balanced yes, you can also use it as yes, but you are going to stumble on your way through that path. Find another path. Remember, we are the people that are interpreting and giving the messages through. That's what that means. So they get their Tawa the first time, and then they get the second throw, they get an Iyife. You say yes. Okay, so it's a yes. However, you will find yourself stumbling along the way, because that's exactly what is going to happen. If your first throw is an Itagua and your second throw is an Alafia, whether it's still yes, it's telling you yes, but be very cautious. See how one is telling it yes, but you may find yourself stumbling? through that path, or yes, but be very cautious on your path. Okay? So it will say that. What's wrong with this thing? Okay? So you will find that that is something that happens. Okay? Now, if you have an Itawa on the first, and then you have an Okaran or an Okana, which is 1 shell up and 3 shells down, it's saying, no, drop it. That's it, dude. You stop what you're asking and you drop the subject. No, move on. That's it. Don't ask again. Don't get them mad. Don't be the oppositional factor in your reading. Okay? It just says, no, that's it. That's it. That's all it is. No. Remember, this is a yes, a no, a maybe, ask again. Very much like the pendulum, but it also gives you a little bit of a guidance. Now, if you get an Itawa and then an Oyakun, no, if you get an Itawa and an Okana, right? Like you had an Itawa and an Okana, that means no, that's it. But if you get an Oyakun, okay, an Oyakun, which is the Oyakun is all the shells are down, you're going to go to this thing called no, damn it, leave it, and walk away. Okay, so there's a firm no in Itawa and Okaran. But when it comes to Itawa and Oyakun, it means you better drop that quick. You better drop that quick, and you better get yourself thinking a different way and not asking the question in a different way, because they're going to know. So they're not stupid. You're not dealing with stupid intelligence here. You're dealing with something a lot stronger than you think. So with Oyakun, it says, no, damn it, leave it. I said, leave it. And this is coming from a higher authority, because your guides and your ancestors are not going to talk to you that way. Okay? They're not going to give you that answer. Now, when you get 1 shell up and 3 shells down, we already know that that is an Okana. Well, that is a firm no, right? It's the same thing when you do an Itawa, and then you get an Okana. That means that's a firm no, no matter what it is. Whether you get an Itawa first or you get just the plain old Okana, that just means no. That's a firm no. It says find something else, because that's a no. But that not only means that. That means that it's reminding you that you have a lot of work to do to get a yes with a blessing. So it's saying right now, this is a firm no, dude, it's not going to happen. Right? But there are things that you may be able to do to make it better. This is where spirit comes in and says, listen, dude, you need to search within yourself to see why what you want is not feasible right now. This has to do with you, with your path, with the way you're thinking, with the way where you're going, your path. Right now it's a no, because there's something you need to do. And at this point, you may want to tell your client, or you may want to understand that you're going to need ritual baths, rituals, meditation, a form of accepting where you are right now, and understand that you need to move forward and that you need to do some things to change and check that ego, so that you can perhaps get a yes when you ask that question a few months from that day. This is a moment where Okana is telling you, you need to come to terms with what's going on with your life. You can't move forward with a yes and not even a maybe, because I'm not going to give you that until you check yourself and get yourself where you need to be. It's adjust, or just move on. Accept that if you're not going to change, this is not going to change. So find something else to do and don't ask that question again because it's going to come out again. All right. So that is Okana. Now Oyakun, which is the 4 shells are completely down. Okay. It means no, just no. So you can get the Oyakun with the Atawa first, which means, dude, ask again. Somebody in the higher plane is going to answer. And then you end up getting an Oyakun. They're just telling you, hey, dude, not even up here am I going to give that to you. Okay? No. All right? Am I going too fast? Am I explaining this a little too fast for you guys? Let me know, because now there's more about this Oyakun. And again, you'll be able to put this back so you can read it. You can hear it and make your notes. No? You don't have any questions about this? Which is great. That just tells you how enlightened you guys really are. All right. So when you get an Oyakun and they're saying no, I'm saying no. All right. You may need some serious spiritual cleansing. There may be some negative conditions that could be hanging around you, and they need to be cleared away first. Well, with Okana, you can tell your client, or you yourself will understand that, some spiritual bath, some rituals, some soul searching, some, reality check may need to happen. With Oyakun, it's saying, okay, hold on, dude. There's something more going on here. We need to do, yes, I know it's confusing, Gina, because this is a totally different type of divination, and there's a lot of stuff that you have to watch for. With Oyakun, you may be in need of serious spiritual cleansing. Negative conditions could be around you, and they need to be cleared away first. So Oyakun represents total darkness, and spirits of the dead can and do speak through this answer. So this is why it's so important, because they are still energy, guys. Doesn't mean that it's the devil and it's going to come out and it's going to get you. That's not what it means. It means that the spirit of the dead, your ancestors, are talking to you through this answer, this Oyakun, saying, dude, you need to have some spiritual cleansing. You've got some dark stuff hanging around. You need to get that. And that could be something as simple as ego. It could be something even more simpler than changing the way you think, okay, and thinking about other things that are more important or better for you, okay. There may be an elusive element that exists in the situation that you are asking for these cowries to answer, all right, or spirits are asking for something. They want something in return. Spirits can do that. Spirits, again, we're talking about a different type of divination that is very old and use things in return. They want things in return. No, they're not going to ask for your firstborn. When I do this, I'm called an OB reader, OBI, Obi-Wan Kenobi. Does that make sense? Yeah. So the OB reader is going to ask a serious question, not to you, but to these ancestors that have thrown the Oyakun, and the reader is going to ask to get to the point, okay? And then she's going to ask, do you want an offering? Who can tell me what I have when I ask, do you want an offering? It's 3 up, 1 down. Who remembers 3 up, 1 down? That's an Itawa. So if I ask, do you want an offering? Is this something that you want an offering? Well, that's still an Itawa. It doesn't know, because it wants you to pinpoint what kind of offering. Do you want fruit? Here is a tawa again. What does that mean? No. It's telling you no, that is not what I want. You keep asking. Do you want, I don't know, spiritual baths for the client? And here we have 2 up, 2 down. Who remembers what 2 up and 2 down was? That is an Ife. And a Ife says absolute yes. So you're asking because you got to know your kun, and you're asking, do you want food? No. Do you want fruit? No. Do you want a ritual? No. Do you want a spiritual cleansing for your client? Yes, dude. That's what you should have done in the first place, right? Because you're connecting. That's right. Unstable, ask again. So that is Oyakun. And that is how I just showed you. When you get an Itawa, you ask the questions and you continue to get the answers until you get the answer that you need. Okay? So that was Oyakun with all the 4 shells are down. And here's Oyakun again. I just threw it out. Now, let's give you Itagua and Okaran samples. If you get an Itawa, and you're going to get your cards, you're going to get your Itawa. Where's my Itawa? Because I want to show you. Okay, so you get your Itawa, which is 3 up and 1 down. But then you throw again, and you get an Okaran or Okana, because Okana and Okaran is the same thing. You guys know that because I gave you that. But you're going to hear it again. You're going to see it again in the groups, which is 1 shell up and then the 3 shells down, which is totally different than the one before. Right? Here's the 1 up. So that means when you get an Itagua the first time, it means throw again. Or Itawa or Itagua. It means no. Okay? If you get an Itagua and then you get an Oyakun, which we all knew what Oyakun was all about, it's like, oh my God, I don't want to get an Oyakun. Please, I don't ever want to get an Oyakun, which is all the ones that are down. Then it's really telling you, no, it's unattainable. Better ask another question because I'm just not going to answer this one. They're very, very serious about following their rules. Okay? Following their rules. Okay? So this is just the four cowrie shell divination workshop. What I want you to do is I want you to practice this. I want you to put this back and I want you to take notes. If I give you the notes, you're not going to learn it. If I give it to you on PDF, all typed up, you're not going to learn it. You have to listen and you have to write them down. Get yourselves, all you need is these beautiful little things and these guys. Because this is how you're going to learn them. Okay? And you use them every day. Use them every day for 30 days. And you are going to learn this as if it were the back of your hand. Yes, the spelling of the last 2. I'll give that to you. The Okana, O-K-A-N-A, which a lot of people call it Okaran. I have a hard time remembering Okaran, so I call it the Okana. Here is the Okana. It means what you ask will not happen. It's a firm no. No, damn it. So it's an Okana, Okaran. And then Oyekun is O-Y-E-K-U-N. It just says, no, walk away. Walk away, girl. You don't want to go there. You don't ask more than once. Okay? Then you have Iyife, Iyife, or Ejife, Ejife, which is a very balanced, yes. Then you have Etawa. Some people call it Itagua. Itagua. A lot of people call it Itagua or Etawa. For me, it's easier to say Etawa, okay, than Itagua, right? So it's really Etawa. I use Etawa. But you can call it Itagua, whatever it is you feel comfortable with. And then, of course, you have your Alafia. And your preparations. When you are done with this type of divination, you're going to feel a heaviness. It's not a bad thing. But you're going to need to give yourselves a nice floral movement like I've shown you, and then let it go. Bring yourself, touch your back of your head, move the back from the neck to the front, out, and throw it out. In the beginning, you will feel a heaviness. As your body and your spiritual congregations begin to feel more comfortable with this type of energy coming to you, which is a little lower, not in the bad sense. It is lower because it's ancient, so it brings in a lot of energy, a lot of knowledge, and it is the closest thing to touching spirit and getting the information straight from spirit. That's why you're going to feel a heaviness here, here. You may feel heaviness here. This is where that beautiful spray. Spray yourself, spray your hand. Put it behind your neck. Push your head down. Bring it up and out. Out to the floor, because you want it to just ground itself. It's no longer attached to you. Therefore, you want to ground it and let it go. Does that make sense? Once you do that a few times, cleanse yourself out, and you can do this with anything. You pass by cemeteries that have very old souls and history. You're going to get that heaviness here. You're going to get the heaviness here. In your jaw. Just grab your little spritzer. Put some in your hand. Go to the back of your neck. Push down and out. And you're done. I hope that today's divination example brought you happiness and brought you a lot of knowledge. You can use either this type of cowrie shell or as big as these, if that's what you want to use, but you use them in a bag, and always spritz them so you can keep them nice and clean. All right, it is a responsibility that we have for our tools, because they do end up being sacred and used in a sacred way. So we have to. It's just the way that it is. Okay? So thank you for letting me show you this type of divination. Again, all you need to do is put them in these beautiful little J. Marion Cole style of learning. If I write them down for you and I give it to you in a piece of paper, you're not going to learn it. I'm telling you. Because I didn't learn it that way. I learned it the way that it was given to me. And then I sat down and practiced and worked. I want to thank the hands that made this. because they need to be blessed. And with every ritual, you must have a white candle to bring in the light. And when you play this back over and over and over again, you're going to get more information that you missed the first time, the second time, the third time, the fourth time, until you get to a point that you're like, oh, well. And I want you to use them, and I want you to let me know. Thank you, Oz. My pleasure. My pleasure, Kate. Now, off to make pizza. My dough has risen, and now it is time for me to put it out of its misery. See you guys later. I love you.